have you made of the transfer window? Busy one.
Yeah, it's a good window, incoming wise. That's probably our strongest window of the Emirates era. In terms of trying to fill all the gaps in the squad, both on the bench and in the starting lineup, I think we were nearly at a perfect 10. A couple more things we needed to do, incoming wise. I think outgoing wise, there's a lot more we needed to do. And contracts wise is 50-50 in terms of some of the big contracts. Saka and Saliba
got Gabriel's contract done. Mars, Lewis, Skelly, Wannieri, but
Saka and Saliba in 2 years now. So that's just up in the air. I'm sure we've also been speaking to them along that time too, but also they're the two stars of the show really when you look at profile, age, name, all of that. So they're probably waiting to see how we move around them, like Fabregas once did, like Van Persie once did. So this is end of the day. I think Liverpool got the last blow in the window. That there's a final word people like to get in. If we use boxing, it's like Liverpool came out blocks early. I think Man City did too. Won the early couple rounds, good signings, verts, and then we came back in the middle, and we made up the points in the middle rounds. And then Eze was a big blow. Was it a knockout blow? No, they fought back, and Isak comes through the door now. So obviously you don't base your assessment on our window off of another window, but I mean it has been a knock losing to them, and then they get Isak and Gay, both two Premier League starting players, international starters as well. I think Gay starts for England, no?
Well,
so,
in and out.
Yeah.
But
I think he should start for England.
Also, that might break down that deal.
Yeah, they're saying that that's not 100% done yet because in the case of Gay, it's all been agreed, his medical, all that, but Crystal Palace haven't given him the green light to sign yet because they're trying to find a replacement, and the player that they were trying to replace him with, I think is Igor, that's fallen through. So
is it?
That's not a definite yet, but it could still.
Isak's a big blow anyway.
That's a big.
That's best in class striker, and the best in class team got him. That's a big blow.
Yeah.
And I think not being in for him at all throughout the whole window, I think that knocks the rating for me a little bit as well, because you get to this point to get best in class to really. And I know I'm happy with Gyökeres. I like Gyökeres. I think he'll bang goals. I predicted he'll get 20 league goals, and I'm looking forward to the fight between them, Sweden strikers, Arsenal, Liverpool. Let's see how it goes. But ultimately, we know deep down that Isak was the profile that probably suited Arteta a bit more in terms of what he can do out the box, and still fulfilled people like me in terms of goal scoring and getting 20 goals a season. So yeah, it's a juggle, and every time I see Martinelli, I feel to knock half a rating off the window, because I don't know how we didn't entertain selling him. We gave Trossard a pay rise, we've kept Martinelli, we bought Madueke and brought him on the left wing the first couple of games when Saka was fit, let's not forget that, and then we bought Eze, who also came on the left wing. I think there was a bit more we could have done. Sell Martinelli, don't buy Madueke, you've got 100 mil all of a sudden. Then you could have gone for a Rodrigo. Oh, but he's not available. They said that about Isak. Until you test the waters, until you make a bid, don't tell me the player's not available.
Well, just quick, Sam with a super chat says Isak will not leave Newcastle Champions League rights. So that was obviously what you're...
Exactly what I'm talking about. So, I mean, it's a very good window. Like I said at the beginning, people, probably one of our strongest, if not strongest, of the Emirates era. It just happens that, we're going up against an all-timer window in Liverpool's. I mean, Liverpool's window, you liken to maybe Chelsea 04, when they brought in Drogba and Carvalho and Robben, and
I think
it's probably more so because them man were diamonds in the rough, whereas these men are.
They brought in a lot of players.
It's cast a little shadow. Am I the only? I know I'm pessimistic at the best of time, but the Liverpool window has cast a bit of a shadow on our good window.
It has.
It's,
because you spoke about Haaland, but off camera, like saying he's the best striker, whatever you said in the Premier League. But you look at Salah's numbers last season were ridiculous, and then you add Isak, who, by the way, had an amazing goal record as well last year
and the year before.
Yeah, and the year before, and the fact that I think everyone's first choice was Isak. But we just knew we weren't going to get him. That's what we all said.
No,
we all want Isak.
We fooled ourselves into knowing that we weren't going to get him.
And then Liverpool get him. So obviously, and we kind of got into the whole Sesko Gyökeres debate instead of we just put Isak out of touch. But now seeing move to Liverpool, a team that we obviously just lost to yesterday as well, it's definitely a blow. I'm one that's normally trying to find a positive look. I'm not going to listen. It shouldn't affect my rating too much of the overall window, but it's just I feel hurt right now, but I suppose that's going to happen.
It's the loss combined, and
yeah, exactly.
They're the champions. We lost to them, and then they've gone and signed Isak.
Yeah.
I mean, and you look at the 9 out of 9 points on top of everything.
Yeah.
And then you sign Isak, break the record you've just set 2 months ago. Yeah. It's looking all rosy over there.
International break.
And listen, that doesn't equate to. That doesn't equate to guaranteed success. You still have to work for it.
Yeah.
But they've also got 9 out of 9.
Yeah.
They've set it up well. Arsenal,
they've set it up well, and I made a point today over on DR that Real Madrid last year when they went and got Mbappe and added that to Vinicius
and then they didn't win
Rodrigo and all, you thought to yourself, wow, it's a dead cert, and they actually didn't win anything. You know what I mean? So like you said, it doesn't always equate to that, but you cannot deny they've set themselves up to try and win everything. And that's all you can do at this stage. Laurie, what have you made of Arsenal's window?
Excellent window. I would give it.
Don't rate it yet.
Oh, don't rate. Sorry.
Right, I'm going to ask you for a rating in a bit.
Oh, okay.
But just overall, tell us about how you.
It's a very, very good window. Shout out to Andrea Berta. He came to the club with a big reputation, and I think he's lived up to it so far. Obviously, he's brought in 8 players, and we do need to add the caveat that not all of them are going to work. In fact, I saw you guys may have seen it as well. There's guys being interviewed on TV about transfers, and he was saying that they said that estimated half of all the transfers don't work.
It's actually
which
true.
is quite that statistic actually surprised me. I thought it'd be less than that.
Wow.
But it was as much as half. So, but listen, man, we brought in 8 players. It would appear that all of those guys are good players in their own right. I mean, we saw Mosquera come on at the weekend for Saliba, and it was like a seamless transition. It's like after the game, no one was really talking about the fact that Saliba was out, whereas when he went down initially, it was like, wow, this could be a game changer. So I believe in what he's done there. I think we've had a really good window, and now it's down to the manager to make those signings work.
Yeah, there's no excuses now. He's got in place. Listen, we wanted a striker, whether you wanted Isak or whatever, but we wanted a goal scorer, and we got in a goal scorer, a guy that scored shed loads of goals over the past few seasons as well. Also plays with Isak at Sweden, and they're both rated on the same lines at Sweden if you speak to Swedish fans, right? So we've got a goal scorer in. We bought in Eze, that exciting player that we all wanted to see Eze. We was all feeling a bit hurt when it looked like he was going to Spurs, but we got Eze done.
I think he might turn out to be the best one, actually.
Yeah, and then let's just like you said, Mosquera. Yesterday, he's the cheapest of them, 13 million. But yesterday, you can see the potential that he's got. You can see why Valencia was so gutted to lose him. They were trying to sign him because he had like a year left on his deal, right? They were trying to sign him into a new deal and all that, and he said, "No, I want to go to Arsenal." That looks like an absolute steal. Just judged off of one game. It's only one game, I know that.
Yeah, but
and even no matter Wakey, I think if he's gonna, like you said, if he's gonna play on the right hand side, that's definitely an able deputy to come in.
It makes me positive, but I feel down and flat
with the point that Turkey was a really good one.
Yeah, I'd be.
Yeah, I guess.
Had it not been for that,
that's why I feel
we would have had the best window.
Yeah, I think Liverpool have had the best window.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna look at the windows in isolation, right? So I think Liverpool have had the best window, but I'm happy with our window. I think in the time I've been doing Transfer Daily, this is the 12th year now, right? This is the best window by far that Arsenal have ever had. They've addressed things that needed addressing. You know what I mean? They got signings in early, right? How many times down the year? Now you start to realise when teams don't do great business or ain't got it, right? Look how many teams today are scrambling around,
what's left,
trying to get players in, right? We've not really had to be in that position because they've done their business.
We've been there
right?
many a times.
We've been there literally.
Opportunities are always that
we've been there nearly every year, right? That is our norm, right? And that's why it's felt so strange that this year they've been gone. They've got the signings in early, and honestly, I can't think of a better window. There's been windows we've had excitement with bringing in, like I was saying, a Mesut Ozil or an Alexis Sanchez, or we bought it. But this one, there's something different about this one. It's organised, and Andrea Berta, right? Some of the stuff that he pulled off, the way he did it. Yeah, I think we've got ourselves a proper operator now.